I'm about to teach you the easiest sports betting strategy to win thousands of dollars every single month. Now, I know what I'm about to say next might be a little controversial, or you might not believe it at first, but I promise, it's true. This strategy is the only strategy where you're never going to lose a single dollar. You will only ever profit doing this. This is called arbitrage sports betting, where you can actually take a bet on both sides, aka opposite sides of that same exact bet, on two separate sports books where the odds are so far off, it's going to guarantee you a risk-free profit no matter what happens. Let me show you an example. You can take AJ Johnson under 21.5 PRA at plus 117 on this app called Novig for $454, and then also take AJ Johnson over 21.5 PRA at minus 104 on Prop Builder for $500. And no matter what happens, whether he goes over or under, you're going to guarantee yourself winning $31. If AJ Johnson goes under 21.5 PRA, you're going to win the bet on Novig and lose the bet on Prop Builder, still resulting in $31 in profit. If he goes over 21.5 PRA, you're going to lose the bet on Novig and win the bet on Prop Builder, resulting again in $31 profit. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is almost impossible to do if you were just trying to scan the market and find these bets on your own. You actually need a tool that's going to help you spot these profitable arbitrage opportunities in order for you to get them in before they bump on the sports books and you miss out. Yes, I am telling you that you're going to have to invest a few dollars monthly for a tool that is going to help you. And I'm about to show you that tool in just a second, but I promise it is worth it. Guys, just like any investment, you have to put money in to get money out, whether that's stocks or investing in a business. If you put $20,000 into a business and they end up selling for $2 million, your $20,000 could turn into $50,000. Plus, the tools really aren't that expensive, especially when you can see results like this. These are real people that are arbitrage betting every single day and making tens and thousands of dollars doing so. The Arbfather is up already in March, over $13,000 arbitrage betting. Arbitron almost hitting the 20K mark with still 4 days left in the month of March. Now, that's not everybody. There are smaller scales and levels to this, right? If you have less money to put into arbitrage betting, the less money you are going to make long term. But of course, that adds up. As your bankroll builds, the more money you have to put into arbitrage betting, the bigger your months can be. But even Ty here up almost $48,000 in the month of March. Still a really good month for a smaller bankroll guy. Sure, it might take you some time to see $10,000 months, but think about it like this. If you could just find 10 arbitrage bets a day where you are getting $10 in risk-free profit for each of those, that's $100 a day, which could be over $3,000 for the month. I've said it once, but I'll say it again. This is quite literally the easiest and best side hustle you could possibly ask for. Sports betting and risk-free. Who doesn't love that? Now, this is the secret weapon. This is the tool that everybody is using to find these arbitrage opportunities across these sports books. This is OddsJam's arbitrage bets page, and it's going to show you every single arbitrage bet across whatever books you have selected across your sportsbook filter. So if you have access to only 5 books, then you could select your filters for those 5 books you have access to. But if you have access to more, you can click those off as well. Now, if you do want to sign up for OddsJam, I'll leave a link down in the description. But if you use my code Dustin35, you'll get a 1-week free trial and then 35% off your very first month. Now, this tool lays everything out so simple and easy that anybody can do this. You probably don't need to know anything about sports, just maybe at least a little bit about odds in order to do this, right? For instance, you see here on the left side, we have the arbitrage percentage. So this is about a 1.55% arb. We see what event we are going to be betting. This is going to be in college basketball, Ole Miss, First Michigan State. The market we're going to be betting, which is player rebounds. Malik Dia is who we're going to be betting on. We're actually going to be betting on the over of 5.5 rebounds on SportsZeno, a sports book at minus 109 odds. And we're going to be putting $300 on that side of it. Then we're also going to be taking the under on Malik Dia's rebounds on Profit X for plus 116. And we're going to be putting $270 on it. Now, no matter what happens, whether he goes over 5.5 rebounds or under 5.5 rebounds, we are guaranteed to make $5 to $13 in risk-free profit. I just refreshed the tool and an even better arbitrage opportunity just hit the board. You can see Kevin Gossman over 16.5 player outs at plus 142 odds on Profit X for $222 is what we'd be taking on that side. Then we're also going to take his under of 16.5 player outs at minus 125 odds on either DraftKings or Onyx odds for $300. By doing this, we're guaranteed $12 to $20 in risk-free profit. Guys, these sportsbooks have so much going on and so much to keep up with, so their odds get out of sync quite a bit. But the further out of sync they get, just like this play, the more our return on investment is per arbitrage opportunity. Now let's talk about a few things, maybe some questions that are popping into your head. I don't have those sports books, or I don't have that much money to put into each sports book. That's fine. This is all stuff you can work with and adjust. As I mentioned earlier, you can adjust the sportsbook filters to the ones that you have access to, but make sure you check and see all of the different books that are available to you, and you'll be surprised there's probably quite a few that you can actually get access to Arbitrage Bet. Then also, the amount that you're wagering on each side. You can actually adjust this here for the recommended bet size, as in the highest that you want to bet. Say you only have max $100 to put on one side or the other, you can adjust that here, and now it's going to adjust your bet sizes accordingly and then show you what your expected profit's going to be based off those new bet sizes. Now I'm going to share some secrets that these arbitrage bettors use to get started, as well as get these $10,000 plus months. Let's start with getting started. Ideally, you're going to have about a $3,000 or more bankroll when you first start arbitrage betting. That doesn't mean a smaller bankroll like $1,000 you can't arbitrage bet, because you can. You're just going to be slower into seeing those larger returns. One way to grow your bankroll before you even start is by taking advantage of all of the sign-up bonuses and promos that sportsbooks offer you to start on their sportsbook. For instance, you can come here to the promo finder on OddsJam, and it's going to show you any of the books that are available in your state with sign-up bonuses that you can take advantage of. So sometimes you could turn $1,500 bankroll into maybe a $3,000 bankroll just from those sign-up bonuses. Now another tip is to fly under the radar as a degenerate sports bettor as best you can. Remember, these sportsbooks hate when you're making money off of them, whether it's plus EV betting or arbitrage betting. So you are going to get limited if you are a long-term winning bettor, so limits might happen. But the best way you can actually dodge these limits for as long as possible is number one, new accounts and priming them, playing a few parlays, looking like a degenerate sports bettor, not betting these weird amounts, betting rounded dollar amounts, $100, $200, something like that. Also, the main thing these guys are doing when arbitrage betting to fly under the radar is actually live arbitrage betting. If you do get access to OddsJam, I suggest you start with live arbitrage betting, as that's the best way to fly under the radar, as I mentioned. But that's going to be right next to the pre-match ARBs page. You're going to just click live, and it's going to show you up all the live in-play matches that have arbitrage betting opportunities right now. For instance, if an NBA game is in play, it's in the second quarter, and there is an arbitrage opportunity that's available via their live bets, it's going to pop up on this tool. For instance, we have a tennis play right here, second set total games. We could take the over of 6.5 total games at minus 248 on Pinnacle, the under of 6.5 total games at plus 450 on Bet365 for these bets amounts, and you'll see we're going to profit $10 to $35, a 10% ARB. Oftentimes with live, you're going to see higher ROIs like I mentioned. Arbitrage betting is simply a speed game, and that's why it's clutch that OddsJam actually updates and refreshes every single second to find the most up-to-date arbitrage opportunities across these sportsbooks, gets you to them ASAP, and then it's up to you to be as fast as possible to get in both of these bets on each sides before the odds move. Now, I will say, live arbitrage bets move really fast, so you need to be quick. However, if you are fast enough, you can make $30, $50, $60, $70 in 10 seconds. But I do want you guys to start with reasonable goals. If you have a $1,000 bankroll, try to make 10, 20 bucks a day, and then so on from there. And then if you can get to making $100 a day arbitrage betting, you're in a good spot, making a good side income. However, if you take this real serious, you can see those $10,000 plus months a few months in. Now that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed or learned something. If you did, make sure you leave a like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out, as we post sports betting content like this every single week.